So I did McLaren last year. This place is much bigger. It's insane. The numbers they're pumping out is crazy. There's a ton of robots in there. Like, basically you walk in, and instead of people pushing cars to each, like, I guess next station, there's robots that are carrying the car. Yeah, absolutely mind-blowing stuff here at the Lamborghini factory. This is absolutely insane. I've never seen a Lamborghini store so big before. Even have shoes. They look uncomfortable. They have a diffuser, so you can smell like Lamborghini in your house. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here or been here before, you already know the drill. If you want to win a new car every 100,000 subscribers and give away a car, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, enable notifications. Today I'm in Italy, I'm in Rome, and I'm on the way to the Lamborghini factory. And boy, navigating the train system, I got for 50 euros from a guy who got me. You know, I'm a tourist, but it's all right. We're here at the train station. Train is late, but I made sure that I booked extra time in case things like this happen, because trains are late, planes are late, and so we're in Rome. We have to go to Bologna, which is where the Lamborghini factory is. And if you've looked at my Instagram, you know that I have done, and if you haven't, go check it out, but I have done the Balenciaga Revolto collab, much like corporate has done for Lamborghini. And I'm gonna ask them, hey, where's your social media person? Because I've been tagging you guys. Now I'm kidding, but I am gonna bring it up. I am gonna show them. And that is the announcements going on right now. I don't read Italian either, but that's okay, because I love traveling. I love culture. So that's our first stop. We're gonna see the Vatican. We're gonna see the Colosseum. We got a bunch of cool stuff to do, but you know I started with the Lamborghini factory tour, and I'm gonna go to Lake Como in a few days, and I'm going to drive a Ferrari around the lake. So we got a lot of fun stuff happening, so I'm excited to go see the Lamborghini factory today. I don't know if you know this or not, but in Italy, my first time in Italy was years ago. I got a cafe, and it was small, and I was like, why is it so small? And they're like, oh, you want an Americano. So an Americano is basically it's water with a shot of espresso, but that's where it comes from, is Americans want a bigger coffee. They're in Italy, and so they call it an Americano. It's really loud out here, so I'm gonna record more when I get in the train. Alright, so we're on the way, about a 2-hour train ride from Rome to Bologna, where the Lamborghini factory is. We are in the club suite here, so we got our whole little area to hang out and chill. And so I toured McLaren last year, and McLaren, as you know or don't know, is in F1, so I got to see their whole F1 setup, their cars, a lot of history. Now, I don't know if you didn't know this. I didn't know this until my first F1 race, but Lamborghini is not an F1. So I'm assuming that it's going to be a lot about their history, the different models of cars. Hopefully I get to see a Temerario there. I have a Temerario on order, so that's going to be exciting to see. Hopefully I have one, but it's going to be a good experience for sure. I'm going to try to record. McLaren, I could record a lot. I wasn't vlogging back then, but when we got to the production cars, because they were producing cars for clients, I was not able to record to respect people's privacy, you know, rightfully so. And so, yeah, this is pretty cool. And the coolest thing is, so people get really nervous to text me or call me when, you know, I'm on the road traveling, and I'm like, dude, guys, I work all the time. I'm gonna work until I'm gonna work forever. And the goal is to eventually be semi-retired and have as much time as I want, even though I'm on a month-long trip right now. But they want to respect my time, and I just say, look, the cool thing is going overseas to different time zones is right now it's 9 o'clock in the morning, but it's midnight back home for me, so everyone's sleeping. So by the time I'm out, getting dinner, everybody's getting into work, and by the time in my room, winding down for the night, I have 3-4 hours to get work done with everyone at home back in California, which is awesome, because during the day I get to go explore, do what I want, to go to the Lamborghini factory, and then I can answer phone calls and work at night, which I kind of figured that out in Japan, which was kind of awesome. I got a few hours at night to work and a few hours in the morning to work while everyone was getting up or leaving for the day back in California. So the world is an awesome place. Seriously, unless you have like a manual labor job, if you own a business, if you're in sales, if you're a consultant, you can literally travel wherever you want in the world today, and work is at your fingertips. And here I am halfway across the world, able to answer questions, answer texts, phone calls, all while exploring. And if you haven't been out of the country yet, or haven't left or done traveling, I understand if you can't yet, I get it. For the first 10 years of building my first business, I didn't really leave the country only for work. I mean, I came to Europe for work a couple of times, but I didn't really leave for leisure. So I understand if that's where you're at in your life, get it. Grind, it's what I did. But I do recommend at some point that you do take a break and you do leave the country, because I love America and I especially love where I live in California. However, the world is a big place and it is just filled with people and culture and food, and like to truly understand you need to start leaving. And so I highly recommend it. It changes my perspective on the world, changes my perspective on how the world operates, how people operate, different cultures. So definitely recommend. But we're about 45 minutes from reaching the station Bologna, which we're going to catch a cab over to Lamborghini. I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride. Now the interesting thing is Amber asked me, you know, do we have to come back in a year for the Temerario? Because I'm one of the first 3 in California to get the Temerario. The answer is I believe yes. So it is kind of a trek to get out here. I don't think there's a lot going on in Bologna, rightfully so, because it's you know, a factory. But I would be excited to come back and see my car finished in Italy, and that's just one of the things that makes this life a huge benefit. You know, I believe since 2019 I've purchased like I think 15 Lamborghinis, and I'm finally coming to see the factory. It's gonna be an awesome time. Yeah, we finally made it. I have my factory tour credentials, and we're inside the museum waiting, and we're late. My train was late, so we ended up being late. When you first walk in, you see their whole timeline. They might be recording kind of weird because these lights, I don't know, these lights are, I don't know what's going on. It looks weird on my camera, but this is the Lamborghini Museum. I'm also visiting the Porsche factory, the BMW factory, and the museums as well out there. Look at this truck. This is nuts. That thing's insane. I'm low-key kind of digging this Diablo. Thing's sick. Murcielago. Yeah, this whole floor is absolutely insane. What do you think?
The car that Moises was talking about in your vlog is over there. The Veneno.
Veneno where? Oh, right here?
No, it's the second to last one.
Veneno.
Oh.
Insane. It was pretty insane. So we were not allowed to bring any cameras in. We are no cameras, no phones, no nothing. So very private. But this place, so I did McLaren last year. This place is much bigger. It's insane. The numbers they're pumping out is crazy. What did you think?
I really liked seeing the paint area. That was my favorite. The beginning part, the assembly line, the little robots are awesome.
Yeah.
But it went slow. And we moved fast.
It's pretty loud in here, so I'm gonna walk outside in front of the factory so I can give you guys more information. So there it is, the Lamborghini factory. And where we actually walked in was like the first building they ever had renovated. And this is where, so if you watched the movie Lamborghini vs. Ferrari, this is where the same land is where they've stayed all these years, which was a crazy factoid to learn. I got to see a bunch of Temerarios in production, a lot of Revoltos, and you guessed it, tons and tons and tons of Uruses being made, being painted, being put together. Absolutely insane. The museum was insane. And there you can see a Urus being test driven. They actually test drive the cars on the road as like the final step to make sure the car is ready to go. We saw the imperfection line. There's a ton of robots in there. Like basically you walk in, and instead of people pushing cars to each like I guess next station, there's robots that are carrying the car from station to station, if you can imagine that, on wheels, moving. And inside the main production area, it's every 31 minutes they have to move to the next station. Got to see the V12 being built, got to see the new Temerario V8 being built. Yeah, absolutely mind-blowing stuff here at the Lamborghini factory. We get to go inside the flagship store here, which Amber was able to discover. So we're gonna get some goodies right now. This is absolutely insane. I've never seen a Lamborghini store so big before. Wow. They even have shoes. They look uncomfortable. They have a diffuser, so you can smell like Lamborghini in your house. They asked me to turn my camera off, so what you see is what you get, I guess, with the store there. But I was able to get my kid a couple things, and yeah, that pretty much concludes the tour. I'm gonna hop in this taxi real quick and go to the train station, update you guys a little bit on everything that we saw, which was a lot, very quickly. All right, guys, we're back on the train on the way to Rome. It was quite a long day. Yeah, it's about a 2-hour train ride, 2.5-hour train ride from Rome to Bologna, and Bologna back to Rome. I did look for hotels to see maybe to stay up there for the night and whatnot, but it doesn't look like, I don't know if I would stay up there for the night, but that is an option. So it is definitely a little bit of a trek, 4 hours by car, but definitely worth it. They are making a lot of cars. They can do about 10 cars a day. They paint about 30 cars a day. But finish assembly out the door about 10 cars a day, and it was cool to see the final production area where all the cars are done. They're getting ready for their first test drive. They're going over all the little things that could have been a defective, issue or part on the car, whether it be paint, interior, and they drive it for 30 miles and make sure that the car is good. Definitely recommend if you have the opportunity to come out here to visit Lamborghini. I did not try to visit Ferrari, but I'm sure Ferrari's awesome, especially because when I visited McLaren, because they have a whole F1 team, it was both about their F1 team and about their production for street legal cars and all that. So it's definitely cool, and of course you get the history of each company when you go. We went through this awesome tunnel right now, so definitely recommend if you're a fan of these cars, even if you never owned a Lamborghini and you come to Europe. I recommend going and seeing the factories. A lot of history there. And I don't know, just made me appreciate the brand more. We work hard, and you finally get to get your first supercar if you choose Lamborghini. I kind of didn't even realize that I was a Lamborghini guy, to be honest, until my sales rep at McLaren Lamborghini Newport Beach got me into Lamborghinis, and I started getting allocations, and next thing I know, I have 2-3 Lamborghinis. They drive great, they're pretty reliable, so I am a fan. I'm just a supercar fan in general. But I definitely recommend going out, seeing a Lamborghini factory. It's just cool to see the different culture, how these people make these cars, how much pride they take, how nice it is. I mean, it is a warehouse, obviously, tons of warehouses. There's like 4, 5, or 6 different warehouses, one for paint, one just for Urises, one a production line, another one to make carbon fiber, another where they do all the stitching. Everything was handmade, so it was cool to see how serious they take this, obviously, because they're making very expensive cars to sell. And it was cool. I know VW owns Lamborghinis with Audi parts and things like that, but it was very much all Lamborghini. Obviously I did not get to go into their parts warehouse and see what that was all about, but I would say my highlight definitely was seeing the Temerario in production, seeing them test driving the Temerario finished units. I don't know where they're going, but that was definitely cool. So that's Lamborghini factory. That's all that I could show you today. It's definitely worth the visit. Every 100,000 subscribers and give away a car. I'm going to build it with you, fly you to California. Make sure you enable notifications, like, subscribe, and comment down below so I know you want to be in this. And thanks for tuning in.